Hi, my name is Margie Grace. I'm a landscape designer and a landscape contractor, and I work in Santa Barbara, California. Sometimes get pulled off to other places, but here is where we do design and construction with our own crew. Welcome to my humble abode. It's also where we work. We've got an office in there with 3.5 of us working on plans and project construction and project management, and then there's a little studio where they send me when I'm making too much noise.
There is this wall coming like this.
And then are
right?
we going to space it and mortar between it?
Yeah, and so these, and there'll be a true radius, you know, coming back here.
We do some designing in back, and we do some gardening all around. My personal garden is a bit of, well, let's see. I want to be able to eat from here. I want to be able to relax here. I want to be able to see the birds and the bees here. I do a little experimenting. Sometimes you want to try it here before you let it loose on a client. See, I've got a little bit of a, hey Pete, I saw ya. We've got, I don't know, one of the things that happens to gardeners is you kind of run out of room before you run out of ideas. So the latest for me is, can we get it in a little denser? And if I'm giving it water, could it maybe, like, you know, pay me back for the water and maybe feed the family? So what's been happening about the last 3-4 years here is we're making sure that we're getting some veggies out of the ground. And as I said, the advantage of growing things in these beautiful pots is when the veggie garden's empty, it still looks good. So there's the public face of the garden, and the vegetables are out there, not just because it's public and I think it's fun to share, but there's good light out there, and if you want to get to know your neighbors, putting strawberries out on the street is a good way to make friends. Inside here's a little more private, and it absolutely, this collects some of the kids. I've still got a 20-year-old at home going to college, and you can look out here some nights and find half a dozen guys playing guitars and maybe playing a little bit of cards. This is a fountain. It gives us a little bit of noise. It definitely brings some color, definitely brings some movement, but it's also a really good bird bath. They like this super shallow water that they won't get stuck in, water they can splash in and that they can fly out of readily. Got enough visibility around it to be able to tell whether there's a cat sitting under it or not. It turns out in gardening, the gardener is not anywhere near as important as the plants themselves. They do know what to do. You just give a little, the right attitude, you know, the right attitude, let things occur how they will, and then just do a little editing as you go along. Really, the truth is that each of us needs in some way to recharge our batteries, and we need in some small corner of the planet to have something that we say, that is something that makes a difference to me, that I love, that I nurture, and that gives back to me.